Welcome back, YouTube, to a look into series with us, Critical Failure. My name is Brendan Wynn.
My name is Edward Burns.
And you, if I'm correct, said that we had missed something on our last video. Can you please enlighten us on what that was?
We forgot to go over the blood curse of mutual suffering.
Okay, one of my favorites.
Yeah, and we forgot to mention how many curses you get and how many times you can use it.
Are you talking about swear words, or are we talking about the blood curses?
Talking about blood curses.
Okay.
You gain additional blood curses at 5th level, 9th level, 13th level, 16th level, and then you get your final one at 20th level.
So that's 6 total, correct?
Mm-hmm. And when you first get this feature, you get 1 use until you finish a long rest. I mean, not a long rest, a short rest. You also gain more usage as you level up. You gain an additional one at 6th level, another extra use at 11th level, and your final extra use at 17th level, so you get it 4 times between rests.
Rests?
Yeah, I don't know, it's T.
Okay. So, do you want to just go straight to mutual suffering now, knowing that that's how many uses and how many different maledicts we can get?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to use, and you've been very familiar with this ability in the past.
And you are very familiar with my disdain for the new version of it. Even though it's very slight and it's a minor change, you can tell to me, it is a very huge deal. So those who don't know, Blood Curse of Mutual Suffering currently, under the most recent update, is a bonus action, non-amplified. It deals... essentially what it does is, let's do that first. You cast it out to an enemy. Was it 60 feet or 30 feet?
30 feet.
Alright, 30 feet. And that creature that you target gets half damage against, or half damage dealt to it, for all damage done to you. And amplified, you take the damage against yourself, for the Crimson Rite, and then, all damage that is done to you is also done to that creature, ignoring necrotic damage, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
resistance, sorry.
It gets over the resistance because the damage type of this ability is necrotic.
So, and that ends within it being used, and it's a minute long, but once you get hit, it's over. What it used to be was you could continuously get hit dealing damage to that creature until the minute's over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, please, Edward, tell me where I am upset about this.
You are upset because now it ends once it's used up.
And why, or at least to some of the viewers, why do you think that's a very big thing to me?
Well, because it was very useful for you. I had you fight a Tarrasque, and all you did was die, but you still, dealt over 100 points of damage to it just by dying.
Yes, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, dying, almost. I'm not even gonna lie. It dealt damage to a Tarrasque. It did, maybe 1/5 of its health, but you know what? That 1/5 mattered. But even just to an enemy that has multiple attacks, and say it's doing an AoE and then several singular attack, it's very useful because...
Reading it here, though, it states a weapon attack, so it doesn't seem like spells and stuff like that would apply to this.
I don't think we ever in our campaign used spells.
Yeah, I don't know if
I know the weapon, the breath attack, which we would consider a weapon attack.
I don't know if this is new or when we start playing if it wasn't in there. But looking at it right now, it clearly states a weapon attack.
Okay, I'm not sure myself. It doesn't seem like something that would really matter regardless. In my opinion, it really doesn't.
It depends. If you have someone that's strict by the rules and stuff, then yeah, it matters.
Those DMs, yes. But I was talking about more or less, it's of the class, it doesn't seem like that specifically would matter. Because of the sheer fact of you're still getting damaged.
Yeah,
and
but
cool
if something casts a spell at you, it's not going to hurt it by going on.
I'm assuming the reason why they put that in there is because there's already 2 different things based on that. 2 different Blood Maledicts.
Well, those ones are for canceling spell effects, but this one would be...
That's why I'm assuming also, because if there's something getting sent at you, I'm assuming they're going to expect you to get that. Was it Spell Thunder is the one that's for attack rolls?
I think what it is because like spells later on are way more powerful than like weapons. So I think they don't want you to like do as
Just
much
throw
damage.
away a fireball at 9th level.
Yeah.
This is no. Or this is like, you can't do that.
But I think that's what it is.
I would still say that, in my campaigns anyways, that if someone was playing a Blood Hunter and they were getting attacked by a spellcaster, they would still be doing damage against whatever creature that they already blood righted against.
Yeah, that's how we've been playing for a very long time with our uses of
Even
the
for
Blood Hunter.
the people here that say it's habit, it's not really much habit. It's more of the fact that it's taking one usefulness into my aspect of viewing it, turning it into something far less useful. Even though it's balancing, it's just having to rewrite, and then if you want to do full damage again, that's really painful against you. Much like how the Crimson Right damage die, like we wouldn't mind stopping at 10 for getting damage taken to us, but with it going back up to your level,
I wouldn't mind if it was still just you rolling your Crimson Right damage against yourself.
I would be completely fine with that.
Yeah,
because it originally went from rolling it to it deals a maximum die to now you level up and correct.
Yeah, because like the new version, it's good for like low levels, but you're just still taking extra points of damage for no reason once it reaches its cap, and it doesn't really make sense to me why you would keep getting hurt by your own ability more and more as you level up.
And like even when you're max level, 20 hit points is still a decent chunk of your health.
Yeah, and if you're using 2 weapons, that's 40 hit points.
Yeah, because how we like Blood Right is at the it's in unison. Like we don't do the bonus action to do it unless we're already in combat.
Well, it is a bonus action, but when we have like 2 weapons in our when we play, we allow you to just do both weapons at once instead of having to wait until the next turn to activate another right.
Yeah, because never mind, because I was just thinking about how Talzin from Critical Role does it, but how he talks about is right before combat he writes it. He usually writes before combat. But there has been a couple occasions, if you watch Critical Role, to where he's talked about like trying to write, and it's like you have to do one or not both, and he's like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
But I think a perfect one is when they were trying to kill the Manticore in the early parts of that campaign. I'm not very sure. Anyways, to get off the Blood Maledict, I think the next thing that the class gets is archetypes.
Yeah, you get an archetype.
Aren't there 3 main ones? It's Profane Soul.
Oh, yeah, 4. Like, one of them's not in the base PDF for the Blood Hunter. The extra one, yeah, Order the
Lycanthrope, which I've also played and enjoy.
Yeah, you played a fire...
that was a fire Genasi that turned into essentially a...
Flaming werewolf.
Yeah, Flaming Werewolf, which it was a campaign that I played in and ran, but I really like the idea of if you're a race that is something like an elemental, you take attributes of that elemental in your werewolf.
Well, yeah,
ability.
it's just cool imagining a flaming werewolf in the first place.
Yeah, and I also made the joke of being a midget like fire Genasi and being a
you were talking about being a gnome and just being a little chihuahua Blood Hunter.
I thought that would be pretty funny, but right after that, because archetypes are its own video series.
Yeah, and then
it's extra attack.
Yeah, for the base class feature, you get extra attack, which you just attack twice.
Yeah,
you can make a weapon attack.
Unless it's for us, in which we do extra action essentially.
Yeah.
And then it's what levels do you get the extra stuff? I forgot what it's called. The added feats and stuff like that.
Oh, the ability score improvements?
Yeah, that's what it's called. I completely forgot.
For this class, you get one at 4th level, 8th level, 12th level, 16th level, and 19th.
All right. 19th. Wow, that's really weird to end on.
A lot of them do it like that.
True. I think it's the
rogue. Most of all the other classes, they have the same thing, but the fighter gets the most, and then the rogue, and then everything else I think gets the same amount.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, that's all the time that we got, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brandon Wynn.
I'm Edward Burns.
Like, subscribe, and visit us on our Patreon. Link is down below.
And we will see you next time.
Definitely.